So let's talk about this slightly strange case of a Black Templar's Castellan that seems to be Primaris but not Primaris at the same time. Hello and welcome back to Auspex Tactics, where I just wanted to briefly talk about a slightly strange case from the new Black Templars release, with this Castellan miniature that the Games Workshop showed off yesterday. He's the one who very much appears to be a standard firstborn Space Marine, but when people have been asking questions about him, Warhammer community have been responding telling people that he is indeed a Primaris Space Marine. There also seems to be a tiny bit of slightly weird article editing going on, and I'm genuinely quite curious to know whether or not this guy's going to have the Primaris tag when we do finally get our hands on the Black Templar codexes. So this Castellan model is basically a Black Templar version of a Space Marine Lieutenant, and when myself and basically everyone else saw it yesterday, people generally identified it as a firstborn, kind of flying in the face of Games Workshop's normal release schedule, which is generally almost nothing but Primaris Space Marines. I think in terms of normal Space Marine releases, we've only had a few collector's pieces, and the new version of Castellan Crow for the Grey Knights, who of course operate very differently to the majority of Space Marine chapters. Basically, on a number of different social media platforms, Warhammer 40k's Facebook page and Twitter page appear to be identifying this guy's Primaris when asked, which I fully accept they might just be getting wrong, but at the same time they probably do have more information than us at the moment. There really are quite a few clues on the model that make us think that he's a Primaris. Perhaps the biggest and most obvious giveaway is the power pack on his back. The Primaris ones seem to have that central reactor thing, and the grills on the top of this one look exactly the same as a firstborn backpack and not a Primaris one. The legs also appear to be standard Mark 6 armor legs, as opposed to the Mark 10 armored ones that the Primaris Marines normally wear, and just the general stature of the miniature as a whole looks a lot more in keeping with a regular Marine than a Primaris. The combi weapon that he holds as well also appears to be a standard issue combi flamer. It's got what looks to be a standard issue bolter on it, and I don't think that we've ever seen any normal Primaris Marines holding a standard bolter. They've all got bolt rifle or bolt carbine equivalents of one sort or another. It kind of begs the question whether or not you could just have a Primaris Marine under all that, and he just happens to be wearing some older style armour. I guess in theory there's no real reason why they couldn't be, other than Primaris Marines tend to be a bit bigger. But then you could basically say any Space Marine in your army is a Primaris Marine, he just happens to be wearing some older kit. Just as a random and slightly interesting aside, I noticed that the Warhammer community article from yesterday also seems to have subtly updated the picture of the Castellan miniature that they have on show. Previously, and the one that I used in my video yesterday, they have the one showing off his backpack here, and for some reason since then they've edited it so it's just another close-up of his face and chest area, which we can already see on the picture already. It just seems like a really weird edit to me. I don't know what could provoke them to make that sort of edit, other than if they're trying to cover up the fact of whether or not he's a firstborn. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I got this image from the article yesterday, and now it's very much a different picture, the head and chest instead of the backpack. You can check out the article down in the link below, where you can see the new and updated one. My suspicion is that it might be the Warhammer community and social media people making a mistake on this one. In the reveal videos for the Black Templars, he's labelled as just a Black Templar Castellan, not a Primaris Castellan. But then that's the same as the Marshal, who's just labelled a Black Templar's Marshal, and he clearly is a Primaris Marine, so I don't think that the video actually tells us much either way. My guess is that they might be getting him confused with this Primaris Castellan from the new Sword Brethren kit. This guy, I don't know whether he's just going to be a squad sergeant, or if he can indeed be used to represent a Castellan character in-game, but he is certainly labelled as a Primaris Castellan in the launch video, and his combi weapon is clearly an auto-bolt rifle combined with a plasma weapon of some sort. I noticed in one of the asides that they did, they said that he's armed with an auto-plasma, and it's quite cool to see the Primaris take on a combi weapon. I don't believe that we've seen too many of those before. I suppose my guess is that the Castellan will be a firstborn miniature, even if Warhammer community are saying that he isn't, though I guess it would be out of keeping with them with all the Primaris Marines that they do release. I look forward to finding out either way. In any case, let me know what you think. Is the Castellan a firstborn miniature, as he looks like, or is he a Primaris miniature, as we've been told he is? Look forward to hearing your discussion down in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe to Auspex Tactics if you'd like a bit more discussion on the Black Templar release. I'll certainly be keeping up the videos over the next week or two. Apparently we'll be getting a fair few more Black Templars rules to go over. In any case, if you're enjoying the videos on the channel, feel free to have a look at the things down in the video description. There's the Patreon page which can allow you to support the channel, and an Element Games affiliate link for people in the UK to get a 10 to 20% discount off Games Workshop's miniatures and other hobby supplies. In any case, an absolutely massive thank you for listening, and I'll hope to see you guys next time.